Hi, how's it going? Uh, I am a little, a, a little overstimulated today, but not for any particular reason. Just I am. That's just how it is. So we're gonna try and take it easy, but play some Dragon Age Origins. And yeah, let's just get right to it. So let me. I need to. I think that should be okay. If it gets too loud, let me know. I noticed on some recent episodes the dialogue was a little bit low. It wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, so just keep me updated on everything there. Today we'll be continuing our adventure through the Deep Roads. I feel like we've been in Orzammar for more episodes than any other area, so I am understanding why people don't like this area now. But we'll make it out of here. It'll be fine. We got Oghren on our side.
Let's get started.
Um, I'm hoping that I took a break from this game because of why did I take a break? I mean, I was streaming other stuff, but yeah, I'm hoping now that we're back to this. Oh, I guess Zelda. That would be the big one. Yeah. Um, now that we're back to it, hopefully we can get some real progress. Our inventory is full, which is not a great way to start a session, but that's okay. Hang on, I'm just gonna really quickly I'm gonna do a quick tight knot on my hair because it's like really hot. It's getting get a fan in here or something. Hopefully once the sun sets, it'll be better. Okay, hang on. Sorry, folks. Okay, we're good now. We're normal. I just had to get I had to get my hair like away from my ears because it was really causing like a pressure cooker situation. So I just have a bun set up now. My hair's in a nice bun to keep me safe from the elements. But yeah, we're just gonna go deeper into the Deep Roads here. I think we were heading this way. I know we were going like through Caridan's Cross. Man, it is hard to tell because these all just lead to different Deep Roads. Um, are we heading this way? I think we were heading this way, actually. I had a fun Sapphic World playtest today. That was really good. Uh, Very good group. I'm excited to do more of that. I definitely want to get people running games very soon. Because that's a big like goal at the moment, but I just haven't really gotten there. The game is just not in a state where I can really do that. Yeah, I wish I remember which way I was actually going here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Wait, no, we're here. Ordenteig? Okay, yeah, we gotta go to Ordenteig next.
By the tits of my ancestors, Orton Tig. I
Ortonteig.
never thought I'd see this place in the flesh. I can see Bronca all over this place. She always took chips from the walls at regular intervals when she was in a new tunnel. Checked their composition. If she was still here, though, she'd have sentries out by now.
Bronca eating paint Bronca eating lead paint chips from the walls of Ordenteig. What if Bronca and everyone died?
Well, aren't you a sodding bright spot today? If everyone's dead, there'd be evidence of a major battle, wouldn't there?
So true.
300 or so dwarves don't just fade away.
Very true. What can you tell me about these runes?
This was Caridin's home Tig. He was an Orton before he got raised to Paragon. Even stayed here when he could have had his own house. I guess he didn't want to move his people to Bunamar.
What's Bunamar?
The City of the Dead. Caridin built it to honor the Legion of the Dead, but it was more like a sodding mausoleum than anything. Of course, that was all before he built the anvil. After that, he was the city's pet genius, until he angered the king and fell into disfavor.
Sorry, I'm just stretching. I didn't really do as much physical prep before this as I really should have. Okay, there we go. Or better, I'm normal. There was a city here.
No, there was a Tig here. The Orton Tig. Bunamar is north and west of here. But that's not important. Or at least I hope it isn't. The City of the Dead is known as the Dead Trenches since the Darkspawn conquered it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Much of the Legion was destroyed when the fortress fell.
There's like the area of the Deep Roads that's just like full of Darkspawn. Like more full than the parts we've already been to. And you have no idea where the anvil is.
No one does. At the time, Orton Tig was almost part of the main city. No one bothered to mark where the anvil was stored. Now it's impossible to know if it's been moved or even destroyed. But trust me, if we find it, we find Branka.
Let's get going.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay. Back to our adventuring. I feel like the biggest problem with the Deep Roads is they're just like so big for no reason.
I've seen a golem or two in my time. We have them in Orzammar.
It is indeed wise in the ways of the golem. It deserves a medal.
Thing is,
Darkspawn, Shortbow, Ash. Only
I
tier
don't
2.
remember anyone ever mentioning about them having memory problems.
Perhaps they're not the ones with the memory problems.
I talked to a golem once.
Oh god, okay.
That should be easy enough.
Well, I lost that dialogue, that's
Didn't
fine.
have anything interesting to
I know they're still talking. It's kind of hard to hear them, though, because of all the creatures. Oh yeah, I gotta remember how to play this.
Probably vomit and flies in little
Oh god. This is bad. Hang on. Let's hit him with an AoE.
One simply claims they've lost their memory.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Questions.
Is
Let's
it
get
still
started.
talking? It is not drinking, so it must be.
Nice, win level up. The combat is so loud. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry it's so imbalanced. It's like it's impossible to have the audio balanced in this game. I'm very sorry about that. It's not an ideal experience because like there's so many voice lines that play in combat, but it's like it should really be like, you know, combat voice, non-combat voice, but they put them in the same category. Magic or let's give her some willpower. Get her some more magico, Sonico. Okay. Yeah, Herbalism 3 sounds good. Arcane Warrior. I don't think I'm actually really gonna give her much Arcane Warrior stuff. I kind of just grabbed that because it was available. Earthquake. I know we were moving towards the anti-magic stuff like Mana Clash. We do Mana Cleanse. Do we have any higher tier healing stuff? The healing stuff in this is like so Coder. It's like so KOTOR build. Yeah, let's get Mana Cleanse. That's a good one. That'll be useful if we have to like deal with a spellcaster, a spellcaster. But yeah, how are folks doing? I for one am I don't know. I mean, I mean, I generally had a good day. I'm just like feeling the effects of late spring, early summer physically. I tend to get like very, very sick during this time. So I'm already kind of feeling that. I'm just like the heat makes me like extremely dizzy and like sluggish and it's like, I mean, I'm basically like sluggish and dizzy all year because like summer I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna have to change the volume every time we exit combat, I think. Yeah, summer I'm like really slow because it's like really hot out. And like, you know, we don't. My room doesn't have the best circulation. My computer's pretty hot, so it gets pretty hot in here. And then winter comes, and I'm like, or you know, fall. Oh, we're dying. Hang on. I need to actually focus here. But yeah, autumn comes. Autumn and winter. And I'm like, oh yeah, this should be a lot better. It's like, you know, it's nice and cool out. But then what I realize is that it's dark. It's dark all year. It's the dark all season. Dark for just like months at a time. And so I kind of wind up losing track of days and stuff there. I don't know. Not to be depressive about it or anything, just being kind of real about how things have been lately. It's that meme of like seasonal depression, regular depression, you know? Like person's like, "Oh, awesome. Winter's finally over. My seasonal depression's gonna go away," and then like waiting for them is like just an equally as bad regular depression. That's what I'm like. Oh crap. Hey, that's really bad. There we go. I can't believe that enemy of all enemies can do that. But yeah, I'm just trying to live here. Just trying to, you know, get out job applications and try and I don't know.
Let's get started.
I try not to be too I try not to be too much of a bummer on streams, but like I'm having a bit of a time. At least these like last couple of days where it's been really hot. Like these have been pretty rough. Nug, that's right, Pifa. Hi Pifa. Hi Wimes. Yeah, anyways, Dragon Age Origins. This, man, I wish there were more games that I could play when it's like blazing hot, because like I can't really do VR because of the physical element. And then this, there's a certain sort of game that I really don't like playing when I'm warm, and this is one of them. We honestly might not play this for too long. There's a certain sort of like dark colors and like gritty visuals that just makes me like so sick if I play it in if I play it when it's hot. Dead by Daylight made me really sick when I played it, like during the summer. I think Lego Universe is one of the earliest ones. I'll score Dwarf Fortress because the music was really like dingy, dingy. There's like a very specific style of game that makes me just feel like disgusting if I play it when my body is warm. God, we have so much stuff that we don't need. Just get rid of this. Okay. Let you heal yourself. How close are you to another? You're actually all the way up there. Pop the thing. Pop the cleansing aura. Now, does that self... That is... Okay, so we actually need to use an injury kit on her. But yeah, like, the old Dwarf Fortress with, like, the, like really repetitive, like, in-your-ear guitar music really got to me. I think part of it is just I have this, like, weird memory association with my, with, I would get very anxious when I would I would be playing a video game on the computer in like my family living room. And my older sibling would be playing guitar, like playing an unamped electric guitar right next to me. And I have this just like really not his fault, to be clear, like this is entirely on me. This is a like extreme extreme autism thing, but like not not extreme autism. This is an autism thing, which is like the association of like just I don't know, sweaty fingers playing like an unamplified guitar. Oh, this stone golem's like immune to everything. This is actually really bad. Hang on. Can I have you? Let's have you stone aura. Okay, but don't kill him. Hang on. We need to solve that. Come on. Okay. Oh god, he's losing so much health so quickly. Please focus on me. Okay, he needs to not actually do that, because that's getting him killed. Stoneheart. Okay, I need you to pop potent. Oh, okay, you're done. That's fine. This fight is really hard. What are you even fighting? What was he doing over here? He was cooking absolutely nothing. He was not helping it in any way, shape, or form. Please help us. Oh god, this sucks. Hang on. No, okay. Get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Okay. We only got 2 more. There's only 1 more Forgotten Spirit. Just kill it. Please kill it. Yeah, but like, it's so hard to explain to other people. It's one of those things that I'm like, I feel so strongly, and I feel so bad about when it like gets in the way of like me doing things, or like, doing things promptly, or like living like a normal life. Oh god. Not normal, but you know, like, you know, living to the fullest, like, there have been like perfectly nice days where I'm like, I am planning on going for a walk, and then like I'll look at the weather the day before, I'll be like, okay, today I'm gonna go for a walk, and then the day of, I'll wake up and it'll be like, oh god, there is like a machine outside. Someone is mowing their lawn or blowing their leaves or something, and it sounds like there's an earthquake going on, and I'm just like, okay, well that's the day. Like I can't. Um, it's you know, it's rough, but anyways, that's enough. That's enough. Enough whining. What did he run from? Why are you running? Hello?
There's nothing for you here. It's mine. I've claimed it.
Let me turn up the volume. Hang on. Okay. And how do you propose to eject me?
The crawlers will take you away. Oh, yes. Soon you'll be gone, like all the others.
Awesome.
He's a bloody scavenger. Good as sodding gone.
Be gone, you! You'll bring the Dark Ones back, you will. They'll crunch your bones.
Word has it, you
I love to get
can
my
only
bones
survive
crunched.
down here by eating the Darkspawn dead.
Really? Why would they do that?
It brings the taint, turns their brains to sewage, but it hides them from the Darkspawn.
Poor creature. Such are the lengths to which our survival instinct drives us.
It's my claim, not yours! Crunch your bones!
Is that basically what wardens are? Like, they're just, like, more, like, societally acceptable versions of that guy?
Let's get started.
That's it. Prepare to be crushed.
I feel like that's kind of the implication there. That we gotta turn this down. We gotta turn this down real hard. Okay. Oh god, we're getting... I hate these webs are so bad. Like, they really just prevent you from doing anything for a good while. Okay,
Weapons at the ready.
oh god, there are way too many of these things. I don't like these spiders. I don't like fighting them. Okay. Oh, how is he already dead? Jesus. Okay, here. We're just gonna be Vessel the Spirit, it's fine. It happens. Okay. Just start healing. Stop. What is it even doing? Okay. There we go. Okay, well, Shale died again. That's awesome. I love Dragon Age Origins. It's such an awesome game.
On it.
Darkspawn Dagger, no. Quick save.
This should be easy enough.
Hello, Duck. We're having an interesting time here.
Let's get started.
Not even because of the game, just because it's like I wish I had like an air thermometer or whatever. Like I wish I had like a temperature reader because it's like it feels like I'd have to say feels like 80 in my room right now. I think it's part of it is my computer, but also it's like too hot outside to open windows, so I'm just like we're just waiting until we reach like 10 p.m. and it gets nice and cool and dark. Win for yeah, okay, win's normal. Oh, that's not Bun. Bun's not here. I realize why that would look like Bun. That honestly, that might be what I used for Bun in a Cocked Dragon. Oh god, not this fight again. I hate this. Okay, but yeah, no, that's not Bun. That's a silly thing that I did. That's not Bun, that's fun. Yeah, you were bamboozled. That's a Nug.
Ready for action.
You confused Bun with Nug, it's a classic trick.
Right.
I'm gonna kill this thing. These things are so bad. Okay. Rockle, I'm dead. I'm finally understanding how the enemies feel when I use Shale. Where are you running? Oh god, really? It's so loud. The enemy voice lines are, like, so ridiculously loud. And I get why, because I have the voice volume so high, but it's like, what am I supposed to do? Also, Ogren's dead, so... Wait, you just chase... Okay, come over here. These guys, they have no sense of priorities. It's so ridiculous. Eat more shell. Eat some rocks. Yeah. I'm very excited to have Bun on stream again. I think that'll be good stream. I missed streaming with her quite a bit. Oh my god, I didn't even realize how many of these archers there were. There are 2 of them. Kill this one. Okay. And we kill you. Stop. Okay. Man. Dragon Age Origins. Oh, wait. Oh, really? Oh, we're screwed. Oh, we're done. We're totally done. Hang on. You need to pop some stuff. Pop a couple of these. Oh god, you're almost dead. Okay.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Yeah, this is a bad fight. Also, why can I not do particles on this guy? Also, please use your abilities for once. I'm begging you. Oh, he resisted it. Okay, that's fine. I need you to pop a million pulses, and we only have 1. That's fine. The Queer Game Bundle, I believe, launches tomorrow. At least, I think the streams do. I'm not sure about the actual bundle. I'm kind of waiting for them to put up something that I can just promote, but I don't know when they're going to do that. Okay. Very excited for that, though. I think it'll be good. And I think it'll do well, too. A lot of very cool queer creators. I think they're going to make some good money off of that. Which will be epic for Pride. Okay. Can we revive Ogren now? Like, we dealt with all the enemies. Okay. They don't tell me shit. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, right, I actually didn't need to do that. That's fine. Okay. Let's let them regenerate and stuff. Sorry, I'm just checking. I'm checking the websites. I'm checking the websites. I'm checking the internet. I'm checking the web. The web-turnet. I'm checking Twitter. Okay. Sorry, just making sure everything's good. Okay. I too love when queer games are bundled. But yeah, the moment they put something up, I'll post it. It's just I haven't seen anything yet. Actually, maybe it might be in pre-launch. Let me see if I can find it. There's the jam for it that they used for Yeah, it's gonna be July and it says July 1st to June 1st to July 7th. Okay. So that is the run. So yeah, it should launch tomorrow. That's true. It's a Proud bundle. One thing that's really cool. I'm not sure what the range will be this time, but last time they did it, it was Google, show me this guy's shale. Yeah, no, you make money. you get a portion of what the bundle makes, basically. But, they have two versions of it. They have, like, a like, main, like, $60 one and a secondary pay what you can. And last year, the pay what you can actually made as much money as the main one. It was like $60 versus like $10. And the pay what you can is like same stuff. It's just, you know, pay what you can. I should not be fighting this thing alone. Hey, Shale, help. Ogren, help. I need to heal. We're gonna pop this. Oh my god. I just watched Avalra's health go like almost completely down in like a second. It was ridiculous. These fights suck. These are really, really bad. I don't like these. Heal Shale. Oh boy. We're already running out of I'm gonna need to go back for a little bit. Get back up. Heal. Okay. Oh god, and now Shale's being, like, pummeled by 3 separate enemies. That's really bad. Okay. Pop a Lyrium Potion. Group heal. Okay. Jesus. These fights are really rough. I really want the game to swap to different enemies. Okay. Kill you. I would deal with the ads first, but the golem just does so much damage in each of these groups. It's like so rough. Okay. Oof. I don't think I even need to go over here. I think this is a waste. That's okay though. That's fine. It's alright. I'm allowed to explore. Sorry. Okay. So we're gonna keep going through the tunnels. Oh god, it's gonna be a bunch of spiders. Please no. Please no, god, no. I don't want to fight spiders. Not because I'm scared of them, just because, like, corrupted spider. Oh, is this gonna be the Broodmother? I forget when that actually happens. Diamond Mall. Yeah. Red Steel. Saving game. Oh, you know, I think this might be, actually. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. It's not for a bit. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm webbed. I'm gonna die. She's dead. She's dead. She's completely dead. Because the problem, like, if I walk into a group of enemies, a group of spiders, and, like, immediately we get hit with that, I can't do anything about it. Okay. Got him stunned. Yeah, definitely make sure your stuff is confirmed. I think it is, because I think I saw it to change in there. Oh, is there like a mage? There is. Oh god, we need to kill that mage now. That's gonna become a problem real soon. Die. Yeah, slow him down. Oh, really? Okay, okay. Alright, he has the rune that makes so he can't get, like, crit, right? Or whatever. That's so annoying. Okay. I just can't I can't damage him. Okay. I need you to, like... We need to figure something out here. Because there actually aren't that many enemies yet, it's just we need to not die. Mage is dead. Your aim's so bad. Oh god. Oh god, okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Couldn't help pull this. Yeah, this area sucks. I really don't like it. Oh boy, I am understanding why people complain about the deep roads now. I know I keep saying that, but like, wow. Like, I still don't really get why people complain about the fade. But I am understanding the deep red stuff, because oof. Ooh-wee. Zoo-wee mama. As as they say in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Should I just wait for this to be ready? I don't even know at this point. It's like it takes so long. Yeah, we'll just keep going. Okay, quick save. Oh god, more corrupted spider queen. I guess there is kind of a brood mother, just not in the. Oh. How is that even fair? How is that even remotely fair? Come on. Oh, crap. Stop it. Please do. Please bash the thing's brains out. Just stun it. Oh, wind's fucked. I probably should have actually. I probably should have waited. We'll do it again. If we have to. Oh, this paralysis thing. Wow. It's really bad. It's just a really bad design idea, like... So... Maybe one of my least favorite parts of D&D 5e was, there was I guess this is kind of a problem broadly with D&D style games. The over-reliance on things that just stop you from doing anything for a little bit. Do I have a misdirection hex or something on me? Like, that always sucks where it's like, you just can't do anything this turn. Those webs are basically that, and I hate it. Oh, come on. Oh, this is kind of like the other really bad boss in this area. Was the Deep Roads made like by like a completely different team? Because they're like mechanics that just like don't show up elsewhere in the game in here. How do they expect you to do this before any of the other areas? Like, I feel like if you go straight to Orzammar, you're screwed. I don't like to skip my turn now. I don't like stun locks. It is kind of the molasses swamp. Yeah. This is the stinky part of the game. This is the part of the game that reeks. Oh, come on. It reeks and you move through it like an inch an hour. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm just don't focus too much on your main. Just like, oh, come on, really? Okay, well, I think I'm fucked. Wind just died. Oh god, okay, just kill it. Just kill it. Just get it. Get behind it. Stop running. Oh my god, this thing's... I really don't like this. Okay. Dragon Age is not a game that stinks nice. That's so true. Ugh. Wait, is there still... What are we fighting? Are we just taking slow damage? Is that it? Oh boy. Okay, we got an axe at least. Ugh. Ugh. Where is this last enemy? Oh, there's just like a little cluster of spiders. Well, I don't care. Okay, yeah, bring one back. Thank you. Okay, win. You need to use an injury kit. You need to use a lesser injury kit, and then you need to activate Cleansing Aura.
Yes.
That's right, Leroy Jenkins. Hydrate, I'm gonna do it. Okay. I've imbibed. I've had my slop. My slop of water. Is there anything that I can do for you, buddy? Armor-wise? 'Cause, like, you're brand new. No, I mean, he's got stuff that's, like, I guess, for this. Oh, that's medium. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got stuff. I could maybe turn him into a sword and board. Well, actually, no, because he's all set up for this. He's not set up for sword and board. I'm getting sword and board of this game. I need to not. I'm mostly kidding. I do actually still like this game. It's just this area is a real pain. What a cool sword. Anyways. Ooh, engraved silver bowl. I'll take that. Bronca's journal. This looks like someone's journal. The cover is battered and torn, but intact. As you leaf through the desiccated pages, the text catches your eye. We found evidence today that the Anvil of the Void was not built in the Orton Tig. We'll go south to the dead trenches. The Anvil is somewhere beyond. My soldiers tell me that I am mad. That the dead trenches are crawling with darkspawn. That we will surely die before we find the Anvil, if we find it. I leave this here in case they're right. If I die in the trenches, perhaps someone can yet walk past my corpse and retrieve the Anvil. But it remains lost, so do we all. If I've not returned and Ogren yet lives, tell him. No, what I have to say should be for his ears alone. This is my farewell.
Bronca was thinking about me. I knew she still cared. Old softy. Looks
Oh, that's
like
cute.
The dead trenches is our next stop then. They say the darkspawn nest there. Whole herds of them. But if that's where Bronca went, then that's where I'm going.
Alright. I kind of wish Ogren had come back at some point. I get that, like, he'd be kind of redundant with Varric as a major character still, but I don't know. I like him. He's a nice character. Okay, this shouldn't... Don't count your chickens before they hatch Eclipse. I was about to say this shouldn't be as bad, and then immediately get wrecked. I'm gonna move her a bit closer so she does an AoE heal thing. Okay. We need to kill this guy so bad. Oh, he has a misdirection hex on. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream forever. Option burst. Ugh. Taking so much damage here. Hang on, we're gonna do this. Screw it. You have monoclons. Yeah, nullify this cunt. He will have no more magic forever. Ever again. Okay, heal. Or, yeah. Okay, Evelra, please, just kill. Oh god, oh. Oh no. Oh no, we're getting owned here. Okay. kill. Okay. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Alright. Yeah. Oh, he does an awakening? That's cool, I didn't know that. I guess we'll see him again. When I see you again. Or no, sorry, when will I see you again? From the original soundtrack of Wreck-It Ralph. Written and played by, was that Carly Rae Jepsen in Owl City? That's such a like cusp of the aughts group of artists. That's so awesome.
Should be easy enough.
I kind of love that.
Shall be mine. Right.
I feel like on re-examination, I don't actually really like a lot of people might not agree with me. I find some, not all, of Owl City and lead singer's side projects a little bit saccharine and like kind of nothing. However,
Should be easy enough.
I still think that Fireflies was a banger, so you know. And then Carly Rae, I mean, like,
Immediately.
God, I mean, when I was a teen, like, joking about Call Me Maybe was like such a thing, but like, I mean, she got the better of it because like, Call Me Maybe, I mean, all her songs are like, she's like a composer. Like she's actually very, very good, like a very good pop musician. Emotion is very, very good, yeah. Oh, come on. Forgot about that. Alright, here. While that's happening to her, you go over here. Hit this one with the regenerating burst. Okay, cool. And then
At the ready.
get in here. Oh, the webs. Oh, the webs. Oh, the webs of pain. Oh, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Okay. Kill you. Okay. That's all those guys. Now I just gotta wait for the corruption to run out. Woof. Now, I'm about to ask a stupid question. You'll have to excuse it. And I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but I just am. So in Half-Life 2, I haven't played Half-Life 2, but I know that he has the crowbar in both of them. When he gets in Half-Life 2, is it a sort of like get this man a shield moment where it's like you know, everyone knows Gordon Freeman's signature weapon is the crowbar. We gotta get him one. Or is it like he just finds a crowbar because that's what Gordon Freeman uses? Like, which do they like narrativize it at all? Where it's like, by the way, Gordon, I have your crowbar from your last adventure through Black Mesa. Because I think that would actually be kind of
This should be
awesome,
easy
but
enough.
also like really, really hacky. I really like this hack version of of Half-Life 2 that I've created. He pulls the crowbar from the stone, and it's crowned for now and ever The King of Britons. That's so true. But yeah, if anyone knows that, I'm just curious. I feel like the answer is funny to me and me only.
Me.
So okay, so I get you spirit armor instead, but it's not mental resistance. I kind of like the stamina regen honestly because it lets him do a lot of powers. Sorry, lets her do a lot of powers. Um, you're not equipping yet. Put some damn rings on. Oh right, yeah, we don't have any rings. Okay. What about your gloves? You got good gloves. Uh, these are similar. These are the same. It's what I am realizing. Okay. Evelra, no, you got Drake skin. Stamina regen versus yeah. Okay. I want to save the Falandin's reach for Leliana. Okay. Only played a bit of Black Mesa, so that's fair. This is a non the Darling Demon Eclipse fandom is a non what is that? I don't know what this is. I guess we can try it. Altar of Sundering. Isn't this related to the bag of body parts that we got earlier? But yeah, Darling Demon Eclipse viewership does not play Half-Life. Place the body parts on the altar.
You have restored
Uh-oh.
that which was cut asunder, and revealed my hiding place. Speak your intention. Seek you vengeance, or reward?
Okay, here we go. Hi, Aliston. In Half-Life 2, Gordon encounters his greatest enemy, a wooden door frame. Then his friend Barney, a colleague from his Black Mesa days, arrives and drops in the crowbar. Barney, I think so it is the hacky thing that I described. That's awesome. It's to be clear, I'm joking when I say it's hacky. It's not really hacky. It is funny though. Do I want to liberate this this demon? I kind of want to, is the thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot that Avelra is strictly anti-abolitionist. You're a free creature. Reward me.
So be it. You are rewarded, and I shall toy with this realm another day.
Okay. I mean, 25 gold. I'll take it. Listen, I'm not gonna this guy was imprisoned and it chopped him up and they imprisoned him in a bag. That's messed up. They can't just do that. He's like a guy with thoughts and ideas and wants. I mean, those wants might be to torture the realm for all eternity, but Barney Fife? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I see. I'm not gay or into demons. Yeah, 25 gold is 25 gold. That's right. That's one thing, like... Okay. I want more fantasy stories that are, that don't take place in settings that take place in pre- or non-mercantilist settings. Not even for, like, political reasons, just because I genuinely think they're like, more interesting, and it's more... It's of an era that's more in line with, like, swords and knights and, like sorcery in the like alchemy, you know, mercantilism I usually associate more with like the quote unquote exploration, you know, the colonial era. I was gonna say exploration era, but yeah, the colonial era. Um, and yeah, I would love to see more of that. However, I am not immune to the appeal of like I don't know. It's just funny. I find it funny to have characters being like talking about coin. I find coin just very funny. For 3 gold coin, I can tell you the location of the spell. Like, it's just a very funny. I don't know. I don't know why I find like really conventional fantasy stuff so amusing. Um, but like, it's so weird because I don't write it into my stuff at all. Like, I so strongly avoid that sort of vibe. Do more wizard voice. Okay. Greetings, merchant. I would like to
I'm only asking because
spell my reagent. I would sell some reagents to you. I'm just gonna sell all these bolts. My magical munitions. You see. Yeah, we gotta get rid of some of this armor. Anything under tier 6, I'm just throwing out. Shields. Get rid of that. Someone will use that. Pollyanna might want that. Or might be able to use that. That's true. I do actually really like when they're like weird currencies. Our Lance of Coin, if you're moral. Is doing the Khajiit voice like racist? I genuinely don't know. I tend to avoid it for that reason. I guess it's more of a Spanish accent than than like a Mexican or whatever accent, right? It's got that like very like you know, like I mean it's not quite Andalusian, but it's got some of those vibes. Hmm. Yeah, I hate fancy things when it's boring. I love it when it's funny. That's true. Yeah, you know. I mean, they are kind of oppressed in Skyrim, at least. But yeah, elsewhere they're kind of... Literally elsewhere. In other places, they have quite a bit of power. It's gonna drop to the camp to try and do some enchanting. Enchanting? Right, you gotta, like, leave the area.
Encountered another golem.
I suppose there used to be one deactivated one stored in the tower's vault. I wonder what became of it. After all that's happened to the Circle, I'd be surprised if it isn't completely destroyed.
Why was it deactivated? Did it crush some arrogant mage's head after one too many commands?
I do not know, Shale.
Yep, sorry.
Broken. I think it stayed in the tower because no one could move it. It is very, very old. I believe it came from Tevinter a long time ago. Perhaps someone bought it so it would guard the tower.
Its people do enjoy their slaves, don't they?
It was not a slave. It is a
tool. As I thought. No, don't deny it. No.
Eclipse, how much would it how much does it have to pay you to play the Gollum game? I would say the price of the game plus plus like enough to, enough to buy another game, enough to buy a better game afterwards. Um, that's what I would go for. I don't know if I could even promise to finish it, honestly, because like it seems really bad. Damn, Sten really looks cool in the dragon armor. All these flights of race. Well, yeah, I mean the Dunmer are extremely prejudiced against like Argonians and Khajiit. Yeah, it's still $60, and it's like close to 70 for all the other garbage accoutrement they're selling for it. It's horrible.
Enchantment?
Enchantment. I don't know if I actually want to give... I'm not really going to use it. I kind of just wanted to have a sword for fun. I'm really disappointed that Asala kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping it would be better. Or like it would like scale. Okay, we can't really do much enchanting. You gotta get the... Yeah, you gotta get the emotes, you gotta get the Elven language pack. Oof. How do I think Bun would be at Vagante? I feel like... Bun... I don't know how good Bun would be at it.
Yes.
Yes.
The problem
Varshaden.
with any game, really, Bun either gets like nowhere with a video game, or she'll like play it for like a couple weeks and like really get into it and then stop, or she'll she'll like get like I'll play it for like a week, I will suggest it to her, and then she'll get like better at it than I ever was. So I think it would really depend. Yeah, it also just seems like they made the character more pathetic than they even needed to. Like there was one thing I was watching Wayne Radio TV stream. One of the first quote unquote debates between the Smeagol and Gollum is like there's a bug and Gollum wants to catch it and Smeagol wants to let it go and start running. And if you choose to catch it, okay, well let's just go to the deep. I don't know what's here. If you choose to catch it, then you don't actually catch it. Like you fail. I don't know what happens if you choose to run though. I mean, I guess you get caught anyways because that is what happens. It's very weird. Gollum owns Smeagol's with facts and logic based. That's right. Okay, we're gonna go to the dead trenches. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, this game wanted to be Lord of the Rings so bad. Like, look at this. They really wanted to be Tolkien. Jekyll and Hyde style game. That could be cool. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's the Archdemon. Thankfully, we're not going to fight him yet. He's just going to leave. He's slopping him up. I guess we get to look at my character's boobs for a bit. That's true, yeah. He really should be a lot more powerful. Really, if I had to rank Golem's power level, I would almost say that he's above Goku. Oh yeah, right. You get like friends to help you here. That's fun. Here's a Herlock Alpha. Are there Herlock Betas and Herlock Omegas? Herlock Alpha's dead. Oh, there's Genlock Alpha too. Oh, another Herlock Alpha. Crap. Okay. Leave my boy alone. Sorry, leave my girl alone. Leave my queen alone. I have not looked at, Well, let me... Oh, hang on. What does MTG, Golem look like? I might actually see if I can just put it up on, Put it up on stream. I've had problems with that before. And I'll try it. Is it the more orange one or the more blue one? Because there's this one. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to download this. Okay. So there's, I haven't seen the Golem card yet. Black one for 2. There's this one. There's like the Mountain Doom one. And then there is I was going speaking of Death and Hammer, yeah, true. There's this one. I like this one. And there's also oh, that's WebP. Shit, hang on. Actually, hang on. This has all 3 of them. So there's yes, there's the regular one. There's the showcase ring treatment, and there's the borderless scene bundle promo. I don't understand how any of this works. I don't do magic or yeah. These are cool though. That's a different card? Oh, sorry, you linked it. Okay, hang on. Oh, I like this one actually. Yeah, this is good. I'm gonna have to delete all these pictures of Gollum that you just made me download to my computer. Yeah, it's a good one. Scheming guide. It's a good shit. Wait. Well, here's here's the video game. Hang on, I found the video game. I found the Torment of Gollum. That's awesome. That's so beautiful. I'm so glad that we get this. Anyways. That's enough looking at, Loader Magic cards. We have a fight to win. Golem Smeagol flip card would have also been really good, actually. That would have been cool. I'm done. Yeah, I'm not really a Magic person. I played a little bit with Bond back in the day, but actually I've also played some with my friend Dylan. I played a bit with some folks at the comic shop that I used to go to. So I've done a little bit of Magic, but I don't collect them. I think I have like 1 starter deck. That's it. I think it's a green starter deck. From like a couple of years ago. But hang on, get back. Get back. Go over here. Please, please go over here. Please, no, no, go over. He literally could not get up. He was stuck. He was not supposed to fight that many enemies at once. Hang on. Okay. Sufficient mana. Okay, hang on. Okay, please revive your boy. Okay. Okay, wait, stop rushing. Stop rushing them. Go back. Come here. Bring them to the guys. Bring them over here. Thank God. Okay, we managed to proc them, aggro them, whatever. Golem took a couple fingers from the guy. Golem should steal some fingers, I think. I think that should be a power that he has.
Let them believe they hold us here. When the throne is settled, we'll beat them to their vile birthing grounds.
I think Golem knows everything.
Let's get started.
I want to play, what do you call it? I'd love to play the Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War series on stream at some point.
Let's get started.
I quite like both of those games. My only real concern with doing that is, the, what do you call it? There used to be a system in the games where, like, your nemesis from one game would transfer to the other. I think that system has been removed, and there's no one's found, like, a fix for it. Gollum does... I think Gollum appears in the second one. Although, honestly, if I play them, I'd probably skip the cutscenes, because they're not that interesting. I might also see if I can find, like, a save file that just skips them. Like, skips all the boring bits. Because, yeah, I don't really care about, Talion. Moron. Nerd. Oh god, there are a lot of guys. Hang on. What are you doing? Why are you running back? I truly never understand how what the AI is doing in this game. It acts so erratically when you're not just controlling it. Come on. God damn it. Come on, hit him. There we go. Okay. Oh, there's so many. Hang on. Back. Go. Run. Full speed. Come on. We gotta go. Bait him. There we go. Okay. That should at least somewhat protect us now. Okay, Shale, I need you to attack enemies. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. I like the Nemesis system for like the storytelling elements, like the generative storytelling. Skip directly to Shadow War. Yeah, that's fair. I generally like it, but yeah, you really should have the opportunity to kill Gollum in every Tolkien, every Middle-earth game. Okay, we gotta go get Oghren back up. I do remember having a nice moment where it was like, oh, I think his name was like Tagrash Lockjaw or Tagrush Lockjaw or something. I had this guy who like he had bandages all over his face, and he showed up in the arena in the second game, and then I like brought him all the way up to the I think he survived the entire second game, actually, which was very fun. And he was my nemesis in the first game. And he was like a very early. When I was first learning how to fight the berserkers, he was like the first berserker who killed me. So it was kind of like a cool moment to be able to fight him again. I don't know. I feel like there's some like it's not mechanically useful, but it's still interesting. There's a very unique like joy and experience to it. Hey Ogren, can you get up? Honey, it's time for school. Get up. He goes berserk the moment he wakes up. I don't want to wake up. I hate school. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, hang on. Hang on. This is bad. Okay. Yeah, no. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Okay, we're just gonna try and force these guys to... Why will they not... Can I talk to them and make them charge? Is that what I have to do? I might have to do that. Hang on. I think I should just talk to them. That might help.
Yes.
That's Rasvala, Grey Warden. I've never seen one of your kind in the deep roads.
And yet you don't sound surprised.
Has going topside let you forget the Legion of the Dead?
Let me...
We abandon our
There we go.
fear and hopeful blindness. The coming blight is obvious to us. The surprise is not that you have come, but that you have come in so small a number. What do you want here, Warden?
I need to find the Paragon Branca.
Who put this dull idea in your head? We got
Damn.
other things to worry about in Orzammar.
Mean. Be nice.
Now I see. The Deep Lords in the Assembly can't make up their minds, so the Pretenders need added influence. I get that right?
Just give me a better idea.
It's not my job to shore up the Assembly chasing dead legends. The Legion holds a line so those fools have time to put an ass on the throne. After that, we'll be the first into the dead trenches. Might even tackle your blight, though that's a surfacer's problem. You want to go digging blind? You go right ahead.
Ever heard of the Anvil of the Void?
Like dusters, I've heard of respect. Never seen it. And if it exists, it wasn't meant for me. But if you're looking for paragons, you may as well look for the Anvil and Endless Lyrium.
Should be more concerned about the coming blight.
Why? The other kingdoms only care when the Darkspawn march in the light. But they are always here. Always pushing. You lived here, you know. Blights take so long because we keep Darkspawn in check. A surge on the surface would reduce the pressure on us. When the time comes, I'll care for a good dwarven reason. Sod the rest.
Damn. I'm leaving. Bye.
Let us know if you find any paragons. You're as likely to find a dozen as one. And
Damn.
Warden, watch yourself. Drunks make poor out.
Hey, be nice. Okay. Well, they're not gonna be any help. I guess I gotta deal with this entire band of archers myself, and the ogre. Okay, of course.
Let's get started.
Murder you. Bad idea, buddy. You were not ready for that. He was not prepared. Okay. At least we got one of them kind of isolated.
It's a waste of time.
You're mine. Okay. Yeah, we just gotta deal with the... We just gotta do it. Actually, hang on. Everyone, back. Back. Because if we can just deal with the ogre instead of all the ogre and all the archers, that would be great. Come on. Oh, and of course we have shrieks. Okay, that's fine. We'll live. Alright, stop here. You activate this for appeal. Target heal on Ogren. Stun the ogre. Get some hits in.
Right.
Get behind it. Boom, boom, boom. Crap. We gotta deal with that Shriek. That's gonna become a problem soon. Okay, it's dead. Cool. There we go. Okay. Now we just gotta deal with the Horde of Ogres. Or Horde of Archers, rather. Cool. Sorry, I'm just remembering to turn down the audio every time we enter combat. It's kind of hard. Alright. This time, we will actually deal with the archers.
Let's get started.
Health, money. Okay. Now we just gotta rush them. This is... Why do they put so... I mean, I guess I understand why. It's just like... It's so many. Okay, they're actually really easy. I think these are like weakened, like lower level genlocks. You're mine. Something that this game does, which might be like one of my biggest RPG sins, is they have like multiple enemies just named like Genlock, right? But they all have different levels. They all have like different they're all different tiers. So like you never know what level of Genlock you're fighting. Can be a little bit annoying. Like despite the like kind of flat scaling that Bethesda games have these days, one thing that you can say for them is at least they have the what do you call it? Like you're fighting a bandit thug, you're fighting a bandit marauder. Like you know what tier of enemy you're fighting based on the name. But in Dragon Age Origins, it's just like, yeah, you're fighting a Genlock. Good luck. It's probably about your level. Good luck figuring it out though. It might feel like your level. It might feel like 10 levels higher than you. It might feel like it dies in 2 hits. You'll never know. And if you ask, we kill you. That's what they say. Mike Laidlaw said that to me at a dinner. Oh, come on. Okay, hang on. Back it up. We're not running after those archers. No way. No way, no how. Yeah, here we go.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Nope, 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 nope. Don't do that. Come on. Deal with this one problem at a time. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this area kind of sucks. So Bronto. We have archers. Okay, yeah, let's just get in here. Actually, no, back up. This is kind of how you have to deal with this game, because they put together these huge tableaus of enemies that you're not ever going to be able to fight all at once. And they just kind of expect you to know to, you know, to deal with them one at a time. Hang on. Hold position. There we go. Okay. That's all those guys. Follow me now. I think we can deal with 6 archers. Oh wait, there's an emissary. Crap. Oh, okay, well... That sucks. Alright, hang on. We gotta deal with this. Okay.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Need to get on this guy now. There we go. Okay, Ogren died, but we can get him back. And also we can get his wounds off. Oh crap, I didn't realize she was so low. That's okay. We'll be alright. Punch you, I punch you. I punch. I punch. Punch. Fire punch. Fire kick. Fire punch. Fucking kick.
All set.
Y'all ever thought about how in,
Easy enough.
like, Brawl, Ganon was just, like, or Melee Brawl, and, like, I guess kind of Smash 4? I kind of forget exactly when they made him his own thing. But, ever think about how, like, Ganon's basically just Captain Falcon? That was always funny to me. I don't know. It's just very weird to have a character who's an echo of another character, but they're not from the same franchise. Combat focused RPGs should take note from teacher RPGs and have minions, like enemies that die in one hit, just to fill up the groups of enemies and give you a good feeling when your spells and abilities shred like that. Yep, I agree. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, a lot of these fights are kind of built more around, like, a couple stronger enemies, which actually, honestly, that is something that I kind of started doing when I was running D&D, like, when I got back to it for paid games. I was very often doing, a couple of small enemies, like, a couple enemies that were, like, you know, way below the character's current level, and then, like, one or two that were, like, more like 2 to 3 that were, like, a little bit harder, and that worked really well. That felt really good. But also, like, yeah, you need minions basically. Yeah, actual Zelda game should make him just fist fight at his opponents. But yeah, no, I really should add minions to Sapphic World. That I should make that a priority. Like, I still actually need to decide how that's gonna work, because I've had ideas for, like, some NPCs have, like, higher higher stress caps than others, because they're, like, you know,
I stand ready.
big, like God and stuff, and like deities will have higher stuff, and then like a baker will have like none. But I gotta decide how that's gonna work. I do definitely want like NPCs that have like 1 or 2 stress, though. I think that would be really good, and who you can like immediately finish off and like don't have folds or whatever. I don't know. I gotta figure out how that would work in Sapphic World. I think there's potential for it though, for sure. I mean, part of the problem is that not problem, but you know, something that would make that kind of hard is that I have recently reworked the way that I do like generic enemies, quote unquote, where I don't really have generics, I just have like tables that you can roll for stuff. I don't know. This guy needs to die, like right now. Stop with the spells. Hang on. Mana cleanse. Oh shit. Okay, you're about to die. Yeah, give you that. Oh, I triggered a paralysis trap. That's not good. That's gonna last a while. Crap. Shit, okay, the shell's down. It is weird that they're so common here. The emissaries. Oh, you mean generally, yeah, that's true. I'm curious what the implication of that is supposed to be, because it is weird that they are the one... Like, I don't know if you even... Do you get Herlock emissaries? I don't know if you do. There might be a couple. I'm trying to decipher Duck's message. I like that to the... Okay, Herlock. They might. Okay, interesting.
As you wish.
Hang on.
Right.
I feel I need to break this down. I like that too. DYISW feels generic.
As you wish.
So, something about Sapphic World, because I was talking about that earlier. Dwarves are too stubborn to accept they shouldn't be able to do magic. Yeah, that's right.
Trap.
Yeah, if you want to give that one another go, Duck, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I just don't understand what you said. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know you've been having keyboard issues lately, so I'm assuming it has something to do with that. Oh, this is actually bad. This is actually kind of bad. Hang on. Hey. Well, that's fine. Hang on. Oh, this is some, like, what do you call it? Like, sadist DM, D&D nonsense, like, trap hall bullshit.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
Like that nobody in Sapphic World feels generic. Yeah, that's generally the plan. Although you do wind up with, like, gangs of enemies pretty often. I feel like it would be useful to have some sort of mechanic for, like, this is an enemy who's not super important in this fight, or in this encounter, and can, you know, pretty easily be, you know, swayed or defeated. Because I do like having, like, gangs of just random guys.
Right.
What I might do, actually, is maybe just have, like, an NPC that's, like, a gang. Like, all NPC, even if spacebar or B or N or D. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, like gangs of enemies would, like, always basically work the same, just to kind of keep it simple. Because that does tend to be, like, what I need for a lot of things. I find a lot of encounters I'm like, you know, Kain has a retinue of like knights around him. It's like, okay, so I kind of need something to, like, distinguish what that is. Okay, wait. Don't aggro more. Oh, but there's an emissary. Okay, hang on, we gotta leave. We gotta go. This is about to get really bad. Uh-oh. Okay. Hang on. Do we have a... No, we don't. Crap. Yeah, go deal with this. 2d6 it works, yeah. That's right. Okay. Now I'm like, should I have generics again in Sapphic World? Probably not. I mean, they took too long to write. And I wasn't able to really make them interesting. Just like, I don't know, it is tough. I almost wonder if I could add, like, like, I mean, I don't know. How do I get rid of this?
This should be easy enough.
There are ways that I can figure it out. I don't know. Games are hard. Games are hard to write.
Let us end this.
I feel like generally the way to do it is probably just to have like generic rules for like if there's a character who's like literally so unimportant that you don't need to know their folds, like this is how you deal with them. Or a gang that's so unimportant that you don't need to know their folds. I don't think I can get rid of this trap. I think this is just, hang on. So I might need to like, let's have everyone hang back and I'll just have you test it and just like immediately snap back. Okay. I don't know what that did, but gonna be very careful here. Hang on, I'll read that in a moment here. Just want to deal with these guys. Okay, thank God they're not sending me down just like an endless chain of enemies, because they love to do that in this, where it's like, you round one corner, and then there are more enemies, then you round another corner, there are more, and they aggro, and it's like, it's rough. Okay. Quick save. So, I don't know what mechanics you use for your game, but to play with into the mini idea, maybe players can have a move that lets them learn about enemies they kill. And if the players succeed on their roll or something, so if you have the minions say something cool and the players get interested, they can save them, return to someone with actual stats. So Savage World is like mostly a it is a I'd say it's like it is a later fantasy game in terms of just like like vibes, so that there's definitely a lot less killing in it than a lot of other fantasy games. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, I don't want to add too many more moves to it because it's kind of already bloated. Yeah, you fight death itself in the form of rolls dice a hobbit, pretty much. But yeah, I'll figure it out eventually. It's more just like they're really great. Like we have really good tables and we have really good like pre-written characters for Savage World. I think Overin just burped. But it's hard to square those sometimes with like you need enough like things for everyone to do in an encounter, and you need to like have you need to not overwhelm yourself as the GM with like stuff. I have this GMing style thing, and I'm just thinking of a name for it now, but I'm realizing that I think it's actually really good, so I'm gonna share it. So if your characters, if the PCs are ever in a fight, and there are like, this is actually the new Zelda game kind of did this at one point. So if the PCs are ever in a fight with a bunch of enemies, and they have a bunch of allies. One way to like deal with that is like, let's say like you're like the player characters have a gang behind them, like a gang of minions, and the enemies have a gang of minions. Like you just leave the fight between, you know, the major characters, because otherwise you're gonna get into too much bullshit. You basically kind of you fog of war it. Like that's, you do like a bit of like a gridlock between the other two groups. You kind of assume that they're at a stalemate. Like I feel like making like a table, almost like an asset table, or like a ledger, and being like, okay, so this side is this much stuff, this side is this much stuff. Anyways, that's Eclipse's gaming tips. Hey, this guy can't die. How do you kill him? Okay, hang on. We gotta deal with that. We gotta do something about this. Hang on. Crap. Yeah, we gotta... This is bad. This is actually really bad. Please? Please don't kill us? God damn. We're not getting any crits either. Oh god, you gotta heal. Pop that. Okay. We're good. Yeah, he's getting targeted by that Genlock Forge Master. Let me try a... Okay, oof, this is gonna get really hairy. Okay. Okay, that was really close. He resisted it. Crap. Okay, hang on. We stunned him. How do you kill... What? What? What is this guy weak to? Oh my god, okay. Kill him. Oh boy. This is really bad. He has so much health. He has so much armor too. He's like, we're not doing any damage to him. We're not hitting him. Reduce accuracy? Oh, a penalty to cunning, actually. That's bad. Hang on. Pop this. That's still not really helping. Okay. We need to... Pop another one. Uh-oh. Oh, you got... crap, she got frozen. Alright. She's gonna die in one hit. Yeah, I mean, Alvaro's fucked here. Oh boy. Insulting Smithing until he's too demoralized to move on. So true. Okay, that was a nice parry. Nice parry on Alvaro's part. I do like seeing a cool little dagger parry. That does make me happy. Being that I like to do that in Blade and Sorcery. I really enjoyed that stream last night. I had a really good time, even though it was like kind of exhausting. Oh, we got him. No, not you. I wanna loot the guy. It speaks. Okay. Ruby, Greater Health Boltus. Tier 5 Hammer? Okay, so that was definitely the boss of like this zone. I don't think I needed to fight that guy. I think I fought him for no reason.
As you wish.
I think that was just for me. Okay, well, that's fine. Actually, I really like Demoralize in Pathfinder. That's a fun mechanic. I like that it's like systematized. Like I don't generally like social systems in like my crunchy melee, my crunchy grid-based combat games, but like, actually, okay, I don't like crunchy grid-based combat games. But if I have to play a crunchy grid-based combat game, I want to be able to use social skills in combat instead of weapons. That's pretty much how I feel about it. I was playing my friend Lilith's game, Euphoria. I always forget the number at the end. Euphoria 2180, which is a basically she read Cyberpunk Red and thought it was really bad and decided to make her own, and is really really good. And gay and horny and sexy and fleshy and weird. Ooh, that's a lot of shrieks. Okay. But yeah, I'm playing a character who has something called a daemon installed in her head, which is a I believe the way that it's described is like almost like a second consciousness, like a lesser consciousness that's like installed in her brain, and she can like use it to like produce psychic screams in like people's heads and stuff and do damage. And it's like I don't even use guns and stuff with her. I literally just do funny stuff. It's a good game. I think it's still work in progress. I don't think she has like a release for it, but I'm excited to see it like to thrive. Yeah, she was talking to me about Cyberpunk Red, and her main takeaway is just like it's not uh it's better when you write a game beyond any mechanical stuff, like which she has opinions on too. When you're writing a game, don't 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 write it in like kayfabe. Like, I mean, you can write in kayfabe, just like don't write the like don't write it all in universe slang. It's gonna make it confusing. She literally didn't find the level up section in that book until like after like months of playing it. It's it's pretty bad. Should probably take a break soon. We've been going for like almost 2 hours and I've not taken a break. I think I should do that. Yeah, let's take a break. Take a break before we enter the store. Get some suspension. Some suspense, not suspension. All right. Be right back. Sorry everyone, I keep needing to ban these damn bots, 'cause I keep getting new ones in the chat. Hello. There's a list online that I use that has like all the bots. But yeah, to get back to the conversation from earlier, I have not read I think either of the Cyberpunk books, but thank you. Yeah, it seems it seems like the recent one's not very good. I feel like there really haven't been that many, like, I don't know. I feel like we need some better Cyberpunk books. We got skeletons. That's fun. Like, I don't know. I can't really think of like a really good. I can't even think of a really good indie Cyberpunk book. I mean, you got like Oh, okay, they're draining health. That sucks. Okay. So like, I can think of like expansions and like cool, like books that I think are cool. Like I like Ascendancy. I like Galactic 2E Cyberpunk expansion. But I can't think of any like really like full. Oh, there are Herlock emissaries apparently. Can't think of any like full Cyberpunk books that I really enjoy. Unfortunately. Damn it. I think I need to reload that. that got really bad. The mage really got me. I might be wrong though. Like honestly, there might be odds are there's a really great Cyberpunk book that I would read it and immediately be like, "Oh, this rules." But right now I don't know what that is. Except for my friend's game. I really like my friend's game. It's also not necessarily what I like. I like it a lot, and I understand the design philosophy behind it. It's not the Cyberpunk game that I would make. Which really all that's telling me is like, okay, Eclipse, you're gonna complain about how there are no Cyberpunk games that are exactly the way that you would make them?
I shall do it.
Cyborg? I haven't tried Cyborg. That seems neat. Let me take a look at it. Cy_Borg. Oh, yeah, it's the Cyberpunk Borg. Yeah, Borg is cool. Borg's got a cool art style for sure. I've heard mixed opinions about Borg. I actually have not really read it myself, so I don't want to be like too immediately complimentary or insulting, I guess. It does seem very cool though. The aesthetics at least are very neat. But yeah, really, the thing that there's so many genres that like if I weren't just always working on Sapphic World, I should just make games in those genres. Like, I really want to make a sci-fi game because I have thoughts about that. I really want to make a cyberpunk game. I really want to make a post-apocalyptic game. Honestly, Sapphic World kind of is my post-apocalyptic game in a lot of ways. Like, if I weren't making Sapphic World, I'd probably be making my own kind of version of Riley Rethal's, or sorry, Riley Hopkins' Zombie Survivalist 2nd Edition. Damn it. I really hate that he just got stunned there. That really sucks. Okay, Heroic Aura. On you. Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of always the problem, is you need someone with experience to run a game, but it's like, who has experience in this really niche indie game? And then you just wind up having to run it yourself, and then you never get to play it. Yeah. What I should really do is just make a game that has, like, that lets me get really creative, but doesn't require me to, like, make a bunch of discrete little parts. It's hard to do for me, though, because I really like making little parts. Like, that's how I get creative. I like making areas and stuff. I actually have, like, the roots of a sci-fi game that I could probably finish if I really wanted to. I just need some, like, glasses and some tables, and I think it should be pretty playable. It's kind of like a Star Trek-ish thing, but, like, a little bit more, like,
On it.
fantasy and a little bit less human, a little bit more, like, alien. Like, you were playing what we would consider an alien culture who is, like, having to deal with a galaxy that is, like, somewhat threatening to them, or like, doesn't fully understand, like, what they are or what they believe. They have, like, very specific values and stuff. It was interesting. I didn't really wind up writing any of the text for it, but I had good ideas, and I'd like to finish those. Love to give you a passive if possible. Maybe actually go for strength here. Get up to maybe 36. I think 36 was the next threshold. Yeah, here we go. Two-handed sweep. I'll take that. Let's get them all two-handed up. Yeah, I do really like the little parts. I like making, like... I like... Say the line, Eclipse. I like making realms, treasures, and guys. I feel very strongly about those things. What if I wrote... Oh. What if I wrote Treasures, Realms, and Guys Theory as a book? and I sold that. That would be kind of awesome. Yeah, you need the time thing. God, I have so removed Harry Potter from my brain just because, like, I can't be bothered. Actually, that's not true. I listened to Shrieking Shack pretty recently, so, or not recently, but you know. Awesome. This is so edgy. It's like a walking sim. Oh, we got enemies up here. I love how they added like a fork in the road during this like narrative thing. That's very funny. Oh crap. Okay, hang on. Oh god damn it. I think we're about to meet the Broodmother, by the way. Oh god. Okay. Is she like immune to healing right now for some reason? Oh, unable to heal. Crap. Okay, get her out of there. Goddamn. Okay. Yeah, I've just completely divested myself from from Harry Potter. Beyond listening to the podcast that I mentioned, Shrieking Shack, which is like a very good like I think they describe it as like a lapsed Harry Potter fans podcast where they kind of go through it with like a really, you know, kind of a fine-tooth comb and like look at it from a real critical eye. Because like one of the things that you realize in like rereading the books or you know even just you know listening to a podcast where people do so you do realize like how much of the critical reception was just like the hype around the books at the time. They weren't very good. Oh, neat. Shadowrun thingy. You want to work on something else? That's fair. That's very understandable. Yeah, I've not really I'm not big enough that I get projects from people, so I kind of have I'm kind of lucky in that sense. Like I kind of get to do whatever I want in terms of RPG stuff. Though I mean, I kind of wish I did get projects because then I could get paid by people to do stuff. But also, you know, I do have a window of opportunity here. Oh come on, really? I got the anti-heal again. Okay, well, hang on. Let's just move back. I think we can still survive this. We just gotta... Nope, the other mage is up here. Hang on. Come on, hit him. You need to heal right now. Yeah, this fight sucks. I don't like this fight. I mean, I know it's optional, but it's rough. Okay, Raider. Oh god, Shell got anti-healed. That really sucks. Okay. We got one of them. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just us now. Okay. Get this emissary down. Please. Kill it. Oh my god. Oh my... Come on. Get out of the... God damn it. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I am on, I am on thing with Duck. That's true. Allstreet's that third-party platform for Shadowrun, kind of like DM Skill. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, you're doing it yourself. Gotcha. I assume that Allstreet's sounded like a publisher to me, but I was wrong. Okay. Get back. Like, get back now. Run at full speed. God damn. We're gonna use the corner. This'll work. Kill that thing. Okay. Alright, that's group 1. No, you're good. No, that was my fault. I assumed that I knew what you were talking about. Like a fool. Very, very, very expeditiously. I was like, oh yeah, no, that sounds like a publisher, but no. You silly goose. You silly Eclipse. Silly Clips, if you would. No, Duck was, I'm not currently working on this thing. However, I am on board for a thing, for a project, that I'm, doing some writing on for Duck. Fucking hell. They do so much damage, and they prevent you from healing, too. It's really bad. Do you have a misdirection hex on you? No, you have a corruption burst, okay. Okay, we gotta go deal with these spellcasters, like, right now. At least Shale's, like, pretty much immune to magic, thankfully. But yeah, if anyone out there is looking for people to write things, you're looking for like really wacky gonzo world building stuff, you know, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Discord. I'm free to write stuff, and I love to do it. And people say I'm pretty damn good at it. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. So yeah, that'd be a question for Duck. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about the project that I'm on with Duck. Not with Duck, but Duck's project. And I guess I am on the project with Duck in the sense that Duck is also working on it, but... Okay,
Fourth day, we wait.
I'm just waiting for this.
Fear for our fate. Turn, and it's another girl's turn. Sixth day.
Is she just gonna
Her
repeat?
screams we hear in our dreams. Seventh day, she grew as in her mouth they spew. Eighth day, we hated as she is violated. Ninth day, she grins and devours her king.
This is so messed up.
Now she does feast as she's become the beast. First day,
Okay, yeah. We'll talk to this person, then I'll talk about IODM. Actually, I need
of this.
to climb up a little bit.
Impossible. Feeding time brings only kin and clan. I am cruel to myself. You are a dream of strangers' faces and open doors.
Examine her closely. She appears to be suffering from a high fever. Her skin is pale and she's covered in dark splotches.
First day they come and catch everyone.
Is this Darkspawn corruption? Looks different.
Corruption. The men did that. Their wounds festered and their minds left. They are like dogs.
She's being
marched
very
ahead,
edgy.
The first to die. Not us. Not me. Not Laren. We are not cut. We are fed. Friends, and flesh, and blood, and bile, and all I could do was wish Laren went first. I wished it upon her so that I would be spared, but I had to watch. I had to see the change. How do you endure that? How did Branka endure?
Here's the thing about this. The reason why I'm reacting to this the way that I am, it might seem cold and heartless and like I'm not taking this seriously. This stuff doesn't show up, like, it doesn't get this edgy for any future Dragon Age game. So this whole thing has a very, like, high school GM vibe. Like, the guy, the guy who's GMing for you and is like, the drow cut their victims and make them eat each other. Isn't that messed up? It kind of has that vibe. So that's why I'm not particularly impressed by this writing. I do generally really like the writing in this game. It's just this bit is not doing it for me. Branka, where is she?
Do not talk of Branka, of what she did. Ancestors
Feel
preserve
personally
us.
attacked? Yeah.
Forgive me. I was her captain, and I didn't stop her. Her lover, and I could not turn her. Forgive her. But no, she cannot be forgiven. Not for what she did. Not for what she has become.
What did she do, Hespeth? What did Branka do?
I will not speak of her, of what she did, of what we have become. I will not turn. I will not become what I have seen. Not Laren, not Branka.
What happened here?
Okay.
Branka has to explain this. She has to.
Duck's thing. Duck is working on. I will be working on whenever it's set up. A to change module of based on. Okay, it is based on a. It's an Ultima Online? I forget the exact game. I think it was Ultima Online. It was the Ultima Online forums. It was a TF RP on the forums. It is based on that RP, which is based on Isle of Dr. Moreau. And I'll be writing some characters for that, which will be really fun. I've played in a playtest of it, and it's a very, very fun game. So I'm excited for it. It's very, like,
She became
in my niche
yes,
of like
that is
weird
the word, but it is not strong enough. Blessed stone, there was nothing left in her but the anvil.
stuff that's a little cringe / pause. Uh-oh. Yeah, big boy. Wait, there's someone else coming up. Oh, there's two. Okay.
Right.
Let's try and deal with this one quickly. Oh, crap. We might get stun locked here. This be kind of bad. Okay, that's one.
Let's get on with it. You will swish satisfyingly.
Yeah, it should be a good game. It has some very, very good characters, some very good ideas. Excited for it. They are some thick boys, yeah. I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit, because we're in combat now. Ominous door. Okay. No going through the ominous door, apparently. I'll give this game one compliment, which is that it is kind of scary that they, like, breed...
Tried to escape, but they found us. They took us all. Turned us.
that they, like, make brood mothers by, like, spitting corruption down their mouths. That's pretty messed up. That is pretty scary. That's a pretty nasty thing for them to do. I deal with some of these crystals. In fact, here, let's get rid of all the ones that aren't clear. That's probably the way to go here. These aren't worth that much, so I can eat the cost. Get rid of the shield. Okay. Yeah, it should be a good project. Very excited for it. Should be a big thing.
Would have fallen into dust by now.
Oh yeah, he mentioned this earlier. Legion of the Dead relic. King Shade. The stone has a will that surrounds and directs. She guides even when we are willfully blind to her influence. But she is not pure. The stone bears a corruption as old as balance. For the dwarfs to prosper, the the waste and unstable rock must be cut away. But like the stone, the Gangwa also has influence. Each of us must face this, must carve the worst of ourselves away, but the Legion of the Dead bears a unique responsibility. Only the fully adorned of the Legion can face the gang, can cut into the darkness that afflicts the raw stone. She encircles us. We must protect her here where darkness meets light. Legion of the Dead inscription undated. I don't generally read those, but I was wondering if it had some import. Legionnaire key. Okay. Helm of the Legion. Sure. Let's put that on you. And I'll put these Silverite gauntlets on you too. And Silverite chainmail. Cool. Oh crap. They didn't like that. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of them, huh? Nice, we got the AoE. Oh god. Okay. Oh boy. Maybe we do a little bit of this. But those are Templar helmets. Why are there Templar helmets down here? That's weird. Anyways, wait, actually, no. Revive you. Repeal. Just do whatever you want. I gotta be real. We gotta finish the Dwarven area tonight. We're just gonna push through it. Cause like I cannot do another promo that's like we're still in the Dwarven area. we gotta finish it.
They're merciful. But the women, they want to touch, to mold, to change until you are filled with them.
Awesome. That sounds hot. Sounds pretty cool. I like. I can't say that. Oh. I like getting filled by women. Oh, man.
Let's get started.
They took Lair.
Right.
They made her eat the others, our friends. She tore off her husband's face and drank his blood.
The dragon is aged about, it's like 300 years old, I think. Depends on what dragon you're asking about.
She grew. She swelled and turned gray, and she smelled like them. They remade her in their image. Then she made more of them.
Awesome. Are y'all ready to see some, see some stuff? These mushrooms. Grave silver bowl.
Brood mother.
Yeah. Brew mother time. Big girl time. Big girl season. Oh boy, I think I saved fairly recently. I'm pretty sure I can show this on Twitch. I mean, it's in the game, and the game is listed, so I feel like it should be fine. She's got some weird monster titties. Okay, guess we want to deal with the tentacles first.
This should be easy. Right. As you wish.
Okay.
This should be easy enough.
I kill you. Keep missing her. She did a slap. That's right. Oh, we don't have a... I probably should have... It's fine, we might lose this. That's alright. Yeah, because I don't have Messel the Spirit. That's really necessary for this fight. With the current setup that we have. So what if we, what if I totemed him? Sorry, totemed her. I keep misgendering Shale. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm especially sorry to Shale. Oh god. She hit us with her Barf Blast. Her Barf Blast attack. So yeah, you should also be in the AoE.
As you wish. Right. Only one shall stand.
My character's just like not good enough, or she's supposed to be this slow to kill. I have to like debuff her more. It's actually not that hard, is the one thing that I will say. Like, I'm not having too hard of it. Oh, she's summoning more ads, okay. Yeah, actually, let's get you back in combat mode. Oh boy, hang on. Okay, need you to be ready. Yeah, give us a group heal just to keep us topped off. That's a lot of enemies. I'm not liking the amount of ads in this fight. I'm really not liking the amount of ads. Here's Fat Vampire, the first Blade movie, yeah. I believe it's gonna be called just Isle of Dr. Moreau. Or IODM. Although I'm not sure if there's... Is there gonna be like a secondary title, Duck? Like IODM. Eye of Dr. Moreau. Legacy. Reckoning. The Old Republic. Hang on. Okay, she still is not ready. That's fine. Pop this. You pop this. Put a defense on you. Yeah, we gotta get these guys down. Oh boy. I got grabbed. That's really bad. Hang on. Need to preventative heal here. Oh, that's so much damage. That's like per tick of this. Okay, yeah. Elver is just gonna die. It's fine. We'll still win. Oh boy. This fight's gonna be fun, I think. Okay. Heal you. Are you immune to healing right now? Oh no, I think it just doesn't do that much. Okay. Oh really? Okay. That sucks. Alright, heal you. Oh boy. I can't heal that fast enough. That, like, what am I supposed to even do there? Am I just supposed to kill her faster, or like, what's the deal here? What's the big idea? I mean, it does seem like with enough time, Shale should just be able to whittle her down. I mean, she keeps missing, but eventually she should be able to do it. Like, your accuracy is really bad, but she is hitting. The Board of Ethics and Medicine shrieks back. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. They almost have Vessel of Spirit again. It is really funny that she can just keep going, though. That is really amusing. Yeah, once I get Vessel of the Spirit, I can just bring the other two back, and I can just start wailing on her again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, okay, we're in, like, next round. That's really bad. Yeah, this was manageable once this wasn't happening. How much longer is this gonna take? Uh-oh. That's gonna be bad, okay. You need to activate something here. Regen Blast, okay. Okay, we're fine. Just hang in there. Oh man, okay. I need you to, like, stop focusing on that. Okay. So close. They're just not hitting. Oh boy. Okay, you need to heal. These archers are causing problems. Just, hit him with rocks. Shoot rocks at them. Nope. Nope. Okay, yeah, we gotta reload. That's really bad. That is a, that is flat out fail. Okay, try it again. Let's make sure her thing is ready before we... Oh wait, how far back are we? Crap. Oh boy. Oh no, I think... Okay, yeah, okay. We just gotta hold. You know, it's ready. Wait, is there like a save reload thing that instantly reactivates it? There might be. I might need to try that out, actually. For cooldowns. Okay. Try it again. This time. I don't know if we start... We probably don't start with it. I probably use it when it gets, you know, hairy.
Let's get started.
Focus on the ads. So they're only going to stack up if I don't deal with them now. Definitely keep Shale in defensive mode, because then they can protect the rest of the party. Because they're fine. They don't need anything. Yeah, this game, you really just get, like, covered in blood and gore and cutscenes. Absolutely. How about, like, do you have any good poisons for this, maybe? Soldier's Bane. Stamina. Maybe nature damage? Oh, come on, really? That move, this move is so bad. Like, I don't even know, I don't know how you do anything about that. It's really rough. It's like unavoidable and just, it kills you. Okay. Repeal. Goddamn.
This should be easy enough.
We can't even stay near her in this one. She keeps doing the same move. Oh my god. That's really, really unfortunate. Okay. Revive you. Heal you. Okay. We need to... Hang on, so back everyone off. Over here. Deal with these guys. Okay, regenerating burst. There we go. That's fine. Get this guy. Get you. Master Warden. Not sure what that's about. It's probably just killing a bunch of dark spawn. Okay, heal. Okay. We're gonna try to avoid using mana heals for now. Where possible, where it makes sense. Use up our items as much as possible here. Okay. Okay, you need to get back. Yeah, you can't die here. Maybe let's pop this now. I'm feeling confident. We can handle her being stunned for a tiny bit if that does happen. Okay, we need to kill you. Oh boy. Well, Oghren, it's been nice knowing you. Is there anything here that I can do? Heal? Okay, Oghren's back up. Thank god, okay. Oghren, the moment you get back up, Oghren's at least, you know, not stunned. This is a hell of a boss. We're having a great time. You gotta deal with these guys. I'll repeat the thing that I said earlier. Every single boss in this area has had this gimmick, and I don't understand why, because it's not anywhere else in the game. It happens again and again, this, like, a boss with a bunch of ads that spawn. It's so annoying. It makes, like, very, very hard fights just, like, borderline impossible unless you're, like, fully going, like, micromanage mode. Okay. There we go. Get you. Get this one. This does seem like it's probably the last wave of ads. Okay, Oghren's dead. Please, please, please. Okay, the archers. We need to deal with those guys. You. Nope, stay still. I'm just gonna let Shale and Oghren deal with it. I think it'll be okay. Okay, Oghren's dead, but you know what? Just let him stay dead, it's fine. Okay, Shale. I'm putting all my trust in you. Go off, Queen. Does she have a backstab radius? I don't think she does. I think it shows it, but I don't think it's actually usable. That's a shame. Okay, you need to heal. Don't die. That side attack, it seems almost like the ogre's back kick. I think I should just avoid its side. God, this sucks. We're really close here. We're inches from killing this thing. Can I stun it? No. Okay, that's fine. There we go. There we go. Ah, nice. That's that. Now, if I remember correctly, there was a whole boss after this in this area.
That's why they hate us. That's why
Woof.
they need us.
Mm.
That's why they take us. That's why they feed us. But the true abomination is not that it occurred, but that it was allowed.
Wait, Dragon's Dogma? It was kind of a Dragon's Dogma boss kill, yeah.
The stone has punished me.
I love Dragon's Dogma. It's a great game.
I am dying of something
Oh,
worse
hang on.
than death.
Raise her volume a bit. Betrayal. Damn, she was betrayed. She was betrayed. Okay. Everyone should get all their wounds healed back? Yeah, okay, good. Thankfully. What do you have for us? Rock Knocker. Tier 5. Effort, till tier 6. Tier 6. Nature damage, plus Soul Rot Bombs. Greater health poultices, which I don't have space for. Drop that. Okay. You should equip the Ring of Selection. And... Knocker. It's not quite as good. Although it does add a lot of physical resistance. It's massive, though. Eh. Yeah, I kind of want to save the effort thing for, yeah, we'll just have what we have. Okay. Cool. Woof. That was a hell of a fight. That took some effort. I guess that's why I got the armor. That was called effort. Here we go, Anvil of the Void. Last bit of this. Thank God. This will be the end of the Dwarven area. Oh, yeah, I haven't watched either the, I haven't watched the Dragon's Dogma animated show, and I haven't watched the Dragon Age animated show. I heard some things about the Dragon's Dogma one that made me severely uninterested in watching it. Despite, like, the fact that Dragon's Dogma is one of my favorite, is probably, honestly, probably my favorite game. It's really, really good. I love that game. But I still have not watched the anime. Because I heard that it was, like, a revenge story, and it's such a fundamental misunderstanding of, like, everything that Dragon's Dogma is about. Dragon's Dogma is not about getting revenge on Grigory. I think if you understand Dragon's Dogma that way, then you're misunderstanding the story.
If Branka is anywhere, this has to be it. She will not be unprepared.
The main character of Dragon's Dogma, the Arisen, is not opposed to Grigory because he took something from them. It's because, well, okay, I'll get back to this later.
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Well, shave my back and call me an elf. Branka, by the stone! I barely recognized you.
Oghren. It figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only one who didn't mind Oghren's ale breath?
Be respectful, woman. You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah, so an important errand boy. This.
I love her.
I
She's
suppose
awesome.
Something serious has happened. Is Endrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side.
Sorry, I'll finish what I was going to say, which is that Dragon's Dogma, the Arisen is not opposed to Grigory because, like, you learn very little about the Arisen, but the one thing that you learn about the Arisen through their gestures and the way that people talk about them, they're not opposed to Grigory because they attacked their town and stole their heart. Well, actually, okay. They're not opposed to Grigory. No, they said shave my back and call me an elf. So the Arisen is not opposed to Grigory because because Grigori stole their heart. That's the Destiny version of it. That's the Fate and Destiny version, and not because like, you know, Grigori like killed anyone the Arisen loved or whatever. It's because Grigori is a dragon who attacked the town where where the Arisen lives, and so the Arisen wants to fight it. The Arisen is a very nice. They're very sweet, and they're a hero. They want to save the day, and they want to defeat bad guys, and they want to stop problems, and they want to defeat evil systems and evil structures. That informs everything that they do, because there are only a couple things you can do in that game. Like there's a course of things that you do in Dragon's Dogma. Anyways, that's a thing to talk about some other time, more in depth. Let's get into this. He's dead, yes, and the assembly is deadlocked.
Then what is your involvement in this? Why would a surfacer be interested in dwarven politics? You must have a
I'm a
patron.
dwarf.
A highly placed patron. And they must want something in particular. Now, what might that be? I don't care if the Assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very dark spawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void. The means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here, so close I can taste it.
Bellum would change things, move Orzammar forward.
1,000 Balins could die and history wouldn't notice. I'm looking for the one thing that will return our days of glory. The anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Caridin himself. My people and I have given body and soul to unlocking its secrets. This is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the Dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything. Of the void.
Oh shit, sorry. Does that include Hespeth and the others of your house?
Enough questions. If you wish me to get involved with this imbecilic election, I must first have the anvil. There's only one way out, Warden. Forward. Through Caridin's maze, and out to where the anvil waits.
What has this place done to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute and see her brilliance.
I am your paragon.
Okay. I'm trying to comprehend the trying to comprehend the environment here. It's like really, really hard to figure out where I'm supposed to go. This way? No. Wait, which way is... Okay, it's this way. It's just really confusing. Because she was up there, and it's like, alright, well, yeah. Every time someone says, Kane, my mind immediately jumps to Command and Conquer Kane. Technology of peace and all that. I've been indoctrinated by those 80s FMV cutscenes.
As you wish.
I see. I'm not grabbing that. That's garbage.
I needed people to test Caridin's traps. There's no way to break through except by trial and error. I sent them in. They were all mine, pledged to be my house, and they didn't want to help.
She
They
seems kind of
tried to
cruel.
leave me, even my Hespeth. But even she couldn't understand that when you reach for greatness, there are sacrifices, as many sacrifices as are needed.
I don't like her whole attitude. Ah, yes, we must return to the old ways, and any sacrifices that are necessary should be, like, I don't know about that, Queen.
Right. Careful.
I don't know about that one. I'm glad they seem to have reset the difficulty of the fights for this last bit, because it's been rough. They've just been escalating for a while. No, they got some numbers though. Let me lower the game volume, sorry. We're just watching as we get attacked by Darkspawn. Awesome. Thanks, lady.
This should be easy enough.
Hey, Ogren, your wife sucks. I think you should marry Win instead. She could use some company. Yeah, you did. I'm so sorry. You missed the creature boobs. They were nothing to write home about, honestly.
She was pledged to me. She swore she'd do whatever it took to find the anvil.
I'm guessing this will...
On approach. Watch for their blood.
Aha, nice.
They'll never know what hit.
Get this guy. Get him. Go. Come on. No running away. Oh, come on. Deal with him. Get this fucker. Okay, we gotta heal. Hang on. Yeah, just pop this.
Ready.
Damn. I fully stunned him, and then I just didn't. I wasn't able to deliver the immediately popped his wombo combo. His stun lock. Hell yeah. Good luck with your work. We're deep in chaos.
Head will make lovely crunching noises.
Yeah, Deep Roads are kind of miserable. I'm having a time here. Like, at least the other areas had, like, really fun stories and stuff. Oh, wait, hang on.
They say your order is renowned for its wits as well as its brawn.
As you wish.
Perhaps you'll do better than my poor clansmen.
We're getting, like, Fallout 4...
about this place. It makes people despair.
We're getting, like, Fallout 4 Nuka Worlded. like the beginning of that DLC where it's like, you gotta go through the Gauntlet of Traps. I don't know why it's the only reference point I have for Gauntlet of Traps. I think it's because I played that game so much, unfortunately.
Let's get started.
Behind us, that sucks. Alright. There we go. Okay, the animation does not need to be this long. Come on. Come on, it was one attack. I get that it's very cool, but we gotta go. Keep moving. I mean, I guess I could just swap to another character if that happens, but I like this idea. So many guys at us. It's ridiculous.
No more. This is our path of destruction.
Okay, that's all of them.
As you wish. On it.
Beep boop beep, bop boop.
I stand ready.
Lyrium Vein. Watch out for my Lyrium Vein. A lot of these weapons are so bad. Like, just piles and piles of garbage weapons. And they're not that bad, they're just, like, worse than what I have now.
Right.
Which, I mean, what greater sin is there than that? Really. I really hope this is the end of just, like, hordes of Darkspawn. I'm so done with Darkspawn. It's poison? Oh, boy. Gas. Gas. We're being attacked by gas. 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 So I'm definitely taking damage from the gas. Gas, Garrus. Garrus. Taking a lot of damage from the Garrus.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
God damn it. Gas. Crap. Okay, that's fine. Hang on, we gotta... Let me do something about this. Hang on. Okay, revive. Oh boy. Okay, well, that's fine. I guess.
Gonna get you!
Very well. Just don't order.
Oh, come on. Really? I'm with my gas attack.
All right.
Hold on. Hold on.
Alright, stance. I didn't want to stance swap. Oops. Chug. Go back to Stoneberg. There's only one more here. Just gotta deal with this guy. Okay, Lyrium. Yep. And with that blast. Oh, right, they can't. They're immune to stun. Well, that's fine. There we go, okay. That was a little bit of a rough one. How do I deal with the Garrus? Is there no way to deal with the gas? Gas? The gas?
Let's get started.
Gas. Hang on. Let's back up for a second.
What shall I do?
Okay, make sure everyone's fully...
You
Yeah, we're all
failed.
good. Okay. Let's, I guess just pass through. Yes. How long is this part of the game? This is torture. Just end it.
Trap.
Okay. Hang on. Everyone else, hold still. I'm gonna slowly move forward. Come on, really? Alright. I've had enough of these guys. I've truly had enough of them. I'm done.
Time for a little cleanup.
I don't want to fight golems anymore. I just don't. I don't want to fight golems. I don't want to fight dark. Oh, okay. I don't want to fight darkspawn. I'm done. You know, anywhere else, any other part of the game, they're welcome to put whatever they want in it, but no more fights here. We're done. It's over. Like, I fought the boss. I killed the Virgin Mother. Let's wrap it up, everyone. I'm sorry if I'm just complaining, but I am not really enjoying this bit of the game, unfortunately. As I've mentioned previously. Like, not only is this bit really long, but like, think about everything else that we've had to do to get to this point. Like, it's such a ridiculous amount of stuff that they make you do for this dwarven bit of the game. Alive? No, okay. Nope, they're alive. Well, that's awesome. They're gonna throw rocks at us and they're gonna kill us with just one hit. Yep, okay, hang on. And she's dead. Awesome! That's so cool. That was so preventable.
Stay still.
See, the coolest part of that was how preventable it was, and how much I could have done with that. I also really love how much damage these guys are taking from all my attacks, and it's like so much if you're looking at it. It's like so much damage. Oh my god. I'm losing my shit. Okay. Heal. Like, the problem is they made me use up so many resources to kill the last 2 bosses that it's like... They can't expect me to keep doing this. It's like they put like 50% of the game in the deep routes. It's so weird. Oh boy. I guess I understand why they never went to Orzammar again. Because they sure woof. Yeah, no. They definitely got their money's worth on Orzammar in this game. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what. Actually, this is better than the last one we had. You get those lightning fists. That's cool. Very cool. Okay, we're fine. When you need to use lesser, we only have an injury kit. That's fine. That's our last injury kit. That's all right. We'll live. It'll be okay. How much longer is this? Saving game. This looks like it would be the forge, the anvil. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think this is it. I think this is the last bit. Thank God. Oh, is this thing a... Oh, come on. How do you fight this thing? Oh, you have to fight the guys to come out, okay.
Right.
This is endless. we're playing Dragon Age Origins on endless mode. Okay. That's you. I'm like missing all my attacks.
Right.
Can y'all like target the enemies and attack them? Like I don't know what is happening here. What are we doing, guys?
Time for a little
What's
cleanup.
the deal here? Oh, it has like
Let's get
effects?
started.
Okay, I see.
Nothing but excitement.
Weapons at the ready.
Just kill them.
Nothing left.
Just kill the ghosts.
Let's get started.
Wait, is this timed? Is that what this is? We have to kill them in a certain amount of time? Because that will suck if that's the way this works. Oh boy. Or is there like an order? Is this a puzzle? Oh wait, hang on, I got it. We gotta deal with this one first.
Now we go into battle.
Yeah, it seems like this is like a puzzle. Okay, so we gotta kill you. Kill this one.
Right, I must.
We're not taking that much damage from him, thankfully.
Now we go
Okay.
into battle.
Attack. Remember to attack.
Never know what.
This is the part I like.
So we deal with you. Okay. Wait. Hang on, everyone. Hold still.
As you wish. It is done.
Oh wait, hang on. I see. Okay, hang on. Now a second one should light up.
I shall do so.
Order me.
As you say.
Let's get started.
Immediately. I shall do so.
Oh, I see. So you kill one. It lights up. Oh, this is gonna suck. This like rapid attack thing. Wow, that does so much damage. It only does 10, but it's like it's annoying, you know? Does enough to be annoying, essentially. Okay, hang on. I'm really. Mass Rejuvenation, get some stamina. Okay. Spirit Animal. There we go. Let's hit it with another. Okay.
Victory shall be mine.
I gotta knock my boy down. Okay. This one. This one.
Right. Show me what you've got.
I defeated one.
Okay, blast him. Okay, so each one has two
This should be easy enough.
two shots. They do 2 hits. This is the worst puzzle on earth. Okay, so over here,
Immediately.
kill this guy.
As you say.
Time for the go clean up. Let's make this quick, shall we?
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
They'll never know what it is.
Last up. Okay, there we go. That's that one. Oh crap. Oh no, I just activated all of them. That's really bad. I gotta activate this.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Okay. So this one or this one? Do this one. Okay. Kill you.
Is it just me, or do you
This would be a lot easier if I could kill 2 in one cycle, but I can't, so just gotta. There we go. And try and get this guy before they vanish.
As you say. Have victory.
Nope, vanish. Okay. This one. We'll deal with the bloody one. Okay. This one will be a little bit harder because it's got the bloody thing going on. Blast us. What a mess. What a mess of a puzzle. God. After everything else that we've done in this area, like this is a real spit in the face. Okay. There we go. And I don't think we're gonna be able to kill this guy in time, but we'll try.
As you say.
Yeah, I think it's gonna spin again soon. Yep, okay. It'll be this one. Nope, around.
On it.
Over here. This is annoying, Win. I agree. Win just said this is annoying, and I so profoundly agree. Okay. Now we just gotta wait, I guess, for a little bit. Oh, stay out of the way of that, though. Hey, that only hits you if you're right in front of it, so I think maybe what I should do is just not be in front of it. Seems like a good idea. Ooh. Now we just wait. Just gonna wait for it to turn. Okay. Gale has fallen into River in Lego City. Honestly, we're not taking too much damage. I think I can handle this. It's fine. Okay. Are you not? The AI in this puzzle is also like so broken. It's like just not. Your followers just don't focus on the right enemies a lot of the time, or they just don't attack enemies at all. Okay, that's it. There we go. That was so nothing. It's like a very long, very easy fight, where the AI doesn't cooperate. It's kind of awesome. Okay, saving game. Okay, I think this looks like it. I feel like I remember this being the end. Thank God. Okay. I don't think I have Wynn's ability, but I guess hopefully the boss isn't that hard. I guess we'll see.
My name is Caridin. Once, longer ago than I care to think.
Hang on.
To the dwarves of Orzammar.
Caridin, the Paragon Smith. Alive?
Ah, there is a voice I recognize. Shale, the House of Kadash. Step forward.
You
Right.
know my name. Is it you that forged me then? Is it you that gave me my name?
Have you forgotten then? Ah, it has been so long. I made you into the golem you are now, Shale. But before that you were a dwarf, just as I was. The finest warrior to serve King Valtor, and the only woman to volunteer.
King Valtor.
The only woman? A dwarf?
I laid you on the anvil of the void, here in this very room, and put you into the form you now possess.
The anvil of the void. That is what we seek.
If you seek the anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it.
You need the anvil, I take it. Or sorry, you made the anvil, I take it.
Though I made many things in my time, I rose to fame and earned my status based on a single item, the Anvil of the Void. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone, as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cost. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere.
A dire shortcut. Was it worth it?
So said my king. I had only intended to use volunteers, but he was not satisfied, and soon a river of blood flowed out of this place. Finally, it was too much. I refused, and so Valtor had me put on the anvil next.
Sorry, I'm taking my Flonase really quick. Okay. What now? Do you want revenge?
Not revenge. The blow of the hammer opened my eyes. My apprentices knew enough to make me as I am, but not enough to fashion a control rod. I retained my mind. You were amongst the most loyal, Shale. You remained at my side throughout, and at the end, I sent you away out of mercy.
Excuse me.
I do not remember.
We have remained entombed here ever since, and I have sought a way to destroy the anvil. Alas, I cannot do it myself. No golem can touch it.
We should probably destroy the anvil, I'd say.
No! The anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
Shale,
That right?
you fought to destroy the anvil once. Do not allow it to fall into unthinking hands again!
You speak of things I do not remember. You say we fought. Did you use our control rods to command us to do so?
I destroyed the rods. Perhaps my apprentices eventually learned to replace the rods. I do not know. But if so, then all they need is the anvil to make all the slaves they need. You, please, help me destroy the anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has.
It seems bad. Yeah, I feel like you are a paragon. I'll help if you support a new king.
Don't listen! He's been trapped here for 1,000 years, stewing in his own madness. Help me claim the anvil, and you will have an army like you've never seen!
Seems like you've been stewing.
Bronca, you mad, bleeding nugtail! Does this thing mean so much to you that you can't even see what you've lost to get it?
Look around. Is this what our empire should look like? A crumbling tunnel filled with darkspawn spume? The anvil will let us take back our glory!
The anvil enslaves living souls. It must be destroyed.
So it fights with Caradin? Good. That seems right.
Thank you, stranger. Your compassion shames me.
No! You will not take it! Not while I still live!
Bronca, don't throw your life away for this.
We have to destroy the anvil, Bronca.
Just give her the blasted thing. She's confused. Maybe once she calms down, we can talk to her.
I'm sorry, Oghren. Oh boy. I don't want to make Oghren mad, but also... I don't want to make Oghren kill his wife. He's obsessed beyond redemption.
Bah! You're not the only master smith here, Caradin. Golems, obey.
What? I'm banning you. Why would you say that? Okay. Oh, okay. I think she got a. Sorry, someone came in swinging with the just bizarre chat message. She got a control rod. She's using it to control these guys. That was super weird. I truly do not know what that person's angle was, or what their problem was. That was really, really bizarre. I probably shouldn't give it too much oxygen, but that really threw me off. That was super weird. Okay. Well, let's finish this boss fight and I'll probably wrap up. I'm doing 1 damage to her. What is happening? Am I just like not leveled up enough? Jesus, okay. We're getting rocked here. Actually had some damage on her. Alrighty. Take care of your dad, the squid. Oh boy. Why is every fight so hard in this game? Reload, I guess. Yeah, because I can't really. Her armor's just ridiculous. Oh, is it crashing? Oh no, it's loading, okay. Okay. So let's deal with the ads first. And also probably get back so that the, Alright, Caradin gets frozen. That's annoying. Okay. Is there a way I can get Caradin back up? Because I feel like that'd be really useful.
Time for a little cleanup. Let's get started.
Oh boy.
As you wish.
Feels like every enemy in the Deep Roads thus far has had, like, just absurd health, absurd armor, and absurd magic resistance. Like, there's nothing that's, like, bad about them. They're all just, like, full stats, full array. Okay, here we go. Hang on, let's get you back up. God damn, okay, here. Pop this. Repeal. Heal you. Rejuvenation. Have you pop another poultice? Okay.
This should be easy enough.
Yeah, I'd love to deal with the lesser golems first, just so we can start pounding on Bronca. She has way too much armor. It's like impossible to kill her. Oh god. Oh god. Shale is... I can't keep Shale up at all. He's just getting like... Or sorry, she's getting worked here. Lesser Lyrium Potion. Heal Shale.
Immediately.
I don't... Yeah, group heal. Backstab this guy. Okay. Alright, Shell. How do I even keep you alive here? It's like... You're taking more damage than I can heal.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Oh, don't attack Wynn, come on. That's really not nice.
You don't know what you're capable of.
You're healing? Oh my god. Oh wait, there's Lyrium. I should be using that, 'cause she's healing off of it. I see what I gotta do here, hang on. I gotta play as Wen, and I just gotta like run around and grab the Lyrium. So that Bronca can't heal with it, and I just need to spam heals using it. Oh, she's stunned. Oh, she got stunned from that. Oh, that's bad. I didn't think about that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. When are you gonna... Okay, you're back up in a second here. Oof. She still has a while. 55 seconds, that's not... We don't have that certain time. We might need to restart this fight if we don't get lucky here. Okay, here we go. That's mine. That's mine. That's mine. That's my Lyrium. Oh no. Oh, okay, she's using magic. It's like illusory stuff. Okay. One of these is the real one. Just gotta keep attacking them. Get rid of the illusions. Okay. Okay. You keep moving. Keep getting the Lyrium. We're gonna give our girl Lyrium addiction. Bad. Heal. Okay. Keep getting it. Give you heroic defense. Okay. Oh boy. Heal. God damn it. I think Shale's just gonna be dead. It's fine. Actually, hang on. Revive Shale. And then pop a Lesser Heal using Lyrium Potion. Okay. Lyrium. Heal Shale. Is that it? I think that's it. Thank God. What if I...
As you wish.
What if I...
Right.
Did Bronca drop anything? Where? Oh, here we go. Bronca. Oh yeah, she's got some stuff on her. Okay. Thank God. Oh, she actually has a lot of stuff that I probably can't fit. Let's see what I can do here. Shield... Actually, yeah, shield can go. I have so much stuff. Here, red steel can go. Anything red steel, honestly. Just get rid of it. Any, like, bombs or salves can go. I don't need those. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. I'd like to put in Lyrium Potion. Just seeing if I have something to drop for it. Here, actually, that is rune space. We'll drop the small flawed fire crystal. There we go. Okay. So we cut her head off? I think we did. That's awesome. Good for her. Good for us.
Another life lost because of my invention. I wish no mention of it had made it into history.
So true.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Stupid woman. Always knew the anvil would kill her.
How How is it that the woman was not able to disable me as she did you, Caridin?
I do not know. Have you been altered?
I once had a pathetic little mage of a master. He did something to me, experimented on me, and then I killed him, and it rendered me paralyzed.
Perhaps he was bringing forth old memories, and caused you to remember the time when you fought at my side. The paralysis you speak of always resulted when the master...
Never seen this stuff. It's kind of interesting.
As for your free will, you were always a strong woman, Shell. I am pleased to see
Girl
you
boss.
remain such.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Do not thank me. All of this is
It
my
does feel,
mine.
yeah, maybe not like it fully fits out, yeah, volume.
But at least it ends here. I thank you for standing with me, stranger. The anvil waits there for you to shatter it.
It was good to meet you, Paragon. I intend to ensure that your warnings about the golems are heard by the Circle of Magi.
Is there any boon I can grant you for your aid? A final favor before I am freed from my burden?
Ogren, you lost Bronca to this. What do you want?
Yeah. I don't suppose you can bring Bronca back. Maybe make her a golem like you.
I would not do such a thing to her, even if I could.
Somehow I didn't think so. Well, and I don't want anything that would remind me of this. Best it's just done. There is still the matter of the election. I mean, we still need a Paragon to get the Assembly support, right?
For the aid you've given me, I shall put Hammer to Steel one last time, and give you a crown for the king of your choice.
It's the GM, yeah, the GM offering a reward. I do actually, I like Caridin's design. It doesn't fully fit the aesthetic, but I mean, I would almost argue it fits the aesthetic more than some other character designs, because at least it has like the sharp angles that a lot of the architecture in Dragon Age has. Like if you compare his appearance to the architecture of the dwarves, it actually fits in really well. It's just that the other characters don't look like that in the Dragon Age versions for some reason. They don't fully fit their environment. Nice. Crown obtained.
There, it is done. Give it to whom you will. I do not wish to hear their names, nor anything more of them. I have already lived far beyond my time. I have no place here.
It is unfortunate the Avil can't be salvaged.
Aye, that was my great pride, and soon enough, my shame.
But where will you go? You don't mean to...
I do. I live to ensure that the anvil was never used again. Now it never shall be. We all must have an end, Cher. May yours be one of your own choosing.
Alright, let's bust this thing. Goodbye, Anvil. Goodbye, golems. Bada bang. Goodbye, dwarves. You have to lower me into the lava. I cannot self-terminate. Yeah. You have to lower me into the lava. I cannot
You have my
self-terminate.
eternal thanks, stranger. A trust in all Tumshire. May you always find your way in the dark.
Goodbye, golem. Okay. Ogren approves. I'm glad, because I did just kill his wife. Treasure chest? Let's
This
see.
should be easy enough.
Oh, more stuff? Oh boy, okay, I don't have room for all this shit. Stop giving me items. Top coding could begin. Do I have any, like, single... Here, I'm gonna remove this single novice Dwemer rune. I don't need it. Oh, wait, was I already full? Oh boy. They've given me too much stuff here. Shield, heavy plate armor. I guess I can get rid of the generic stuff. Although it's all like silverite. It's good stuff. I can get rid of some of these arrows. Didn't really use those. Boop, boop. And I guess I'm not gonna use these like the negative items. Like I'm not gonna use the protective cone. Okay, those are taking inventory spaces up. Definitely get rid of all these. We don't need these. Get rid of this shit. Goodbye. Get rid of the butterfly sword, cat lady's hobble stick, chastity belt, a crushable pigeon. There we go. Okay, that helps. Yeah, I really don't like inventory limits. They're really annoying. Is there like a way back that's fast? Are they really gonna make us walk all the way through here? Guys, come on.
Well, that pretty much beat the sod out of how I imagined it. You ready to head back yet and share the news?
To the assembly. They need to know as soon as possible.
Yeah, those Deshers have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Alright, let's head on back. We'll do the wrap-up for the quest, and then we'll finish, and then we'll probably do DLC next time. And try and get towards the end of the game. Because I think there's still a little bit of DLC that we haven't done yet. There's also like multiple entire DLC campaigns that we haven't done. I'm not sure when we'll do those. We might do those at like the end, maybe like the end of...
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
Sorry, stretching my neck.
Well, Warden, what news do you bring?
I bring a crown forged by Caridin on the Anvil of the Void.
Caridin was trapped in the body of a golem. This warden granted him the mercy he sought, releasing him and destroying the Anvil of the Void. Before he died, Caridin forged a crown for Orzammar's next king, chosen by the ancestors themselves.
I would like to believe Ogren's word, but it's well known the Grey Warden is Balin's hireling.
Silence! This crown is of Paragon make, and bears House Hortan's ancient seal. Tell us, Warden, whom did Caridin choose?
Ogren, no. I think, he wished me to give it to whomever I choose.
Why would a Paragon trust someone who knows nothing of us with such a decision? This is preposterous.
We've argued in these chambers for too long. The will of the Paragon is that the Grey Warden decide.
I really wish I could give it. I know Ogren wouldn't make sense. I'll give it to Bellin. I've worked with Bellin.
At last, this farce is ended, and I can take my rightful place on my father's throne.
Good for you, buddy. I mean, both of them are corrupt. At least this guy wants to reduce the caste system a little bit. Which is weird because he's noble. I never really, I still don't understand that. I don't really understand the politics of it. It's a little shaky.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the King of Orzammar.
His armor color does not fit that crown at all.
Do you acknowledge me as king?
I cannot defy a Paragon. The throne is yours, King Balin.
Then as my first act as king, I call for this man's execution.
Oh god.
Guards, seize him!
Just immediately. Yeah. Looks so goofy. Class of feudalism based on personal wealth in. Paramount was an honorable rival. Let him retire in peace.
You know better than anyone the war facing us, Warden. Orzammar cannot afford to be divided. Anyone undermining my reign is serving only the Darkspawn. I will return to my palace to gather my generals and prepare our forces for the surface. I will see you there, Warden. You have my gratitude for all you have done for me.
The dwarves might suck. I'm kind of getting the vibe that the dwarves are not great. Just getting that slight vibe a little bit.
Now I can embrace you as a brother. Without your aid, I would not have taken this throne so smoothly or so soon.
I would not let my sister down.
Nor I. She and young Endrin will stand beside me at my inauguration. My generals are already preparing for a mission to the surface. When you have need of us, you shall have every able-bodied dwarf in Orzammar. Since you did more than I expected, I offer a personal reward as well. This is an ancient mace of House Aeducan. It's said to be enchanted against Darkspawn. I think you need it more than I do. Now, I have much to do. If there is nothing else...
I want my face on one of those big statues.
I'll see what I can do. Now, I must address my other petitioners. Come back and visit sometime.
Alright. Let's level up. Cunning. Why am I not hitting is the real question. Strength, I think is... Well, actually, no, because I've cunning-based, I have cunning-based accuracy. I guess cunning. Just increase cunning. Let's see. Dual weapon mastery. Get that reduced stamina cost for abilities. That's good. Yeah, I mean the dwarves and I've not played the Dwarven DLC for DAI, which I'm excited to try this playthrough, this run through. Okay. You can maybe use some dex. Dodging coming. Let's get some strength. Just keep building that up. Actually, maybe willpower for stamina. Yeah, let's get you some stamina. Okay. Probably not death blow. Probably this supernatural resilience against additional damage to armor, just hostile spells. Again, yeah. Just keep getting that totem mode buffed and boosted. Power magic, constitution for sure. Actually, how much? Okay, yeah, I can get Mana Clash. Let's get Spell Might though for now. We'll get Mana Clash next time. Next level up. Okay. We should probably go talk to her sister actually. Where is she? She is the I guess concubine of the king. I think. I believe that's her like stated role. Okay. Yeah, we're going for that Dragon Age keep, you know, playing through all 3 games in a row sort of thing.
My Balin is on the throne, and it's all thanks to you.
Kill you.
I knew we could count on you. I have to go now. Balin wants little Endrin and me dolled up for the inauguration.
Awesome. Congratulations, no one deserves this more than you.
Come down and visit sometime, little sister.
Alright, Queen. Like, I think that she... I'm not sure what her actual... Maybe it's not... Yeah, I mean, she is a concubine, essentially. She's in, like, a lower caste, but she's being... She was, like, uplifted, essentially, by virtue of, like, being, you know, handpicked by the prince.
So, I was thinking, we've come to know each other fairly well during our time in the Deep Roads.
Sure.
You're a bloody, fearsome sort. And me, I'm a warrior without a house to defend. Wandering about killing Darkspawn with a sodding Grey Warden sounds like just the thing to keep me occupied. So what do you say?
I'm glad to have you with me, Oghren.
And glad I am to hear it. You won't regret it. Now, do any of these sad sacks following you around know the first thing about making ale? Never mind. You can stop with the glaring. I'll ask him myself.
Grey Warden, you have impressed the best of us. If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest, impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly.
Oh, this is the... Can I count on you to fight the Blight at my side?
You'll have us.
This
It's
is
time the surfaces saw the good the stone can unleash. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
Fair enough. All right. Let's get out of here.
News
And
of
I think
the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Harrowmont.
I want to get to camp, and then we'll wrap up. That's where I camp. Actually, can I get to camp from the map here? No, not at all. Okay. Dude, it's therapy. I mean, a lot of them do. Thedas as a whole would do a lot better if there were more therapists, I'd say. Okay.
So, you remember your old master's name, right? And everything about him?
Is it still going on about my memory? Such focus must be incredibly difficult for it to maintain.
You don't remember killing him, or how you got all free-willed or anything. But you do remember the next 30 years?
More or less. My former master did something to me which I do not remember. What is its point?
How could you know he did something to you, unless you remember it?
Let us, for argument's sake, assume it is correct. I murdered the fool on purpose, and remember it. Why would I lie?
Because you, could do it again.
Yes. I waited 30 years, biding my time until I could strike. Soon my betrayal shall be complete.
Exactly. I knew it. Ha!
Well, do not tell anyone. I want it to be a surprise when it happens.
Awesome. They're so silly. They're such silly friends.
Give me a moment.
Is everything alright?
Of course everything's alright. Just give me one sodding moment. By the stone. I feel like I'm about to fall off the world with all that sky up there.
You never really get over that feeling.
Sodding fabulous. It'll be like being drunk all the time, but without spending all that time actually swallowing. Nothing over your head. At all. Just any time a great sodding big bird can fly overhead and take you away. You people are mad out here. That's all I'm saying. Well, let's get moving. We're losing, daylight.
I love how the moment that we that we leave Orzammar, the writing gets like 100 times better. That's the power of Dragon Age. Okay, let's head to camp. Do hard save. Then we'll wrap up. No one has anything pressing to say to us, thankfully. Okay. Next time, more DLC, and we will make our way by the stone. We'll make our way to the end of the game, and then we'll do the DLC that I've never done. I've never actually done Dragon Age Awakening, so I'm very excited to try it. Hopefully it's good. It seems cool. It seems like an interesting adventure. We will raid tonight. Let's rock on. We're rocking off, actually. Rock off. I'm gonna raid. I'm looking at my options. We are going to raid Moonshot Network. We're doing art. I don't know specifically what they're doing, but I don't know. They're cool. I like their shows, so like their podcasts. Let's see. I have an ad. Okay. Well, I guess you'll see when you get over there. But yeah, take care, everyone. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. And yeah. Bye.
Remember, if you don't like what you see, you can change it. It's up to you, really. Goodbye, good luck, and have fun